I'm Jackie Shopes, and this is Challenge Accepted. Look behind me. We are at a farmer's market in Mount Pleasant behind Grill 31. It has fantastic produce. It has honey. It has all kinds of stuff. We're going to meet up with someone special, and she's going to talk to us about all that they have to offer here. They actually have a food truck as well. Maybe we can sneak some food in. So let's go peruse and see what all we can find. So I'm here with Tony Vecchio. Tell me about why we're standing in this booth.
Well, thanks, Jackie. We're here at the Mount Pleasant BDA Farmers Market, and we hold one every Tuesday night from 5 to 8 in the parking lot right behind the gazebo, and we also hold one at the Church of God from 10 to 2 on Wednesday during the day if you can't make it at night. And what we're here to help the businesses, and we're here to promote our local vendors and our market people. And at this point, I'd like to introduce Daynelle, which is our community liaison, and she's new with the BDA, and she would like to say a few words and introduce the vendors.
All right. So Daynelle, you are new, and this is exciting.
It is.
So what do you do here as a liaison? Did you like the way I said that? I almost said lasagna, but it's liaison.
French.
Yes.
Yes, liaison. So yes, my name is Daynelle Sanner, and I'm the new community liaison for the Business District Authority. So I'm really excited to have this position. So my position entails a lot of the marketing for the Business District Association. I network with a lot of the businesses in town and see how we can support and promote them.
Okay.
I plan the different events that we're having. We'd like to add a couple more to the schedule.
Oh.
So stay tuned for that.
Ooh, so exciting. Very good. So we have a lovely farmer's market going on. Do you think we could walk around and talk to the people who are here?
Absolutely.
Do you think I could get a sample of something?
I think we can try.
Oh, all right.
I think we can do it.
All right, so let's go ahead and chat with these people.
Okay, very good.
All right, I'm here with James from JL Hershberger Produce. I smell your herbs, and they smell fantastic. Is all this homegrown?
Yes, it is. All homegrown in Mount Pleasant Township since 1975.
What all do you have to offer here?
Oh, I have like greens, fresh herbs. I have tomatoes, hot peppers, pumpkins, pretty much everything. Gourd squash, different types of squash I have.
What is your most unique item that you have?
I'd have to say like the dried stuff, the walnuts, the sun-dried tomatoes, stuff like that.
You don't. Look at all that stuff. That's fantastic.
We preserve everything here. Like, if we don't sell it fresh, we dry it out and sell it that way.
Okay.
That way we can still make something off of it, even though it costs us a little more work, but it's worth
In the long run, it's good.
Yeah, it's worth
Stuff
it.
smells so good.
Yes, it does.
What is it, rosemary?
That is rosemary, yes.
Ooh, what's this?
That is basil.
Basil?
We have basil, thyme, oregano, dill.
Ooh, what's this thing? Collard greens.
That is Swiss chard. We do have collard greens. They're underneath the
What
towel.
is Swiss chard?
It's just a type of green. It's kind of like a spinach type of green. Most people fry it up. Some people actually eat it in salad.
All right, you have all kinds of produce here. This looks amazing and scrumptious.
A little bit of different things for everybody.
What are these things?
Those are yellow zucchinis.
Orange.
They are called butterstick, yeah. They're called buttersticks. They are yellow zucchinis, though. They're not squash.
Do they taste like butter?
Yes, they do. They have a buttery flavor more than the green ones do.
Ooh, excellent. Well, thank you for letting us visit your spot here. Your produce looks amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we're here with Tyler from Lichty Produce. So look at all this amazing stuff. Tyler, tell us about some of your items here.
Well, what do you want to know?
Ooh, back at you.
Well, tell me about your peppers.
Peppers? What do you want to know?
So here, you know what? I know a good question.
Okay.
So I know there's difference between peppers that have four like nubbins on the bottom and 3 nubbins on the bottom. What's the difference?
One's a male, one's a female.
Which one's which?
I think 3's a male, like the 4's a female.
Okay,
That's
then.
interesting.
I think so.
I never knew that.
I could be wrong, I can't remember.
I do know that there is a difference, and one is sweeter than the other.
They say, but I don't think there's no difference.
Should we try?
That's up to you.
How about your grapes?
Grapes? Well, what about 'em? Again,
Man, he is tough on us. What kind of grapes are they?
seeded green grapes?
Seeded green grapes. Do you smush them and make them into wine?
No.
With your feet?
No.
What do you do?
Eat them?
Do you eat the seed?
No, I spit the seeds out.
How do you spit the seed? Like that?
Yeah, like that.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Now, are these hot peppers or sweet peppers? Sweet. Do you have hot peppers? Those are hot. How hot?
They're infernos.
Infernos.
they're warmer.
So they're going to make me tear up?
I don't know about that.
Will they make you tear?
No.
Sweat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cry?
No. I get a real
Bread and butter or milk take care of that hotness.
I get a real hot one in the van.
Oh, wait, he's
challenging.
He's getting the hot one.
He's challenging us.
Tyler's getting the hot one. What is this?
Carolina Reaper.
I've heard of.
Yeah, I had a bunch of them. I sold them at Latrobe. I've saved one because I'm curious.
Do you sell those to restaurants?
No.
No.
I just had one. I had a couple of them today, and I wanted to see if I could sell them.
Oh,
Have you ever eaten one of them?
I'm curious.
I hear they are like the Reaper coming to kill you.
It's supposed to be real hot. I'm curious. So
I'm curious. Are you curious enough right now? Oh no, you're not that curious that you wouldn't take a bite of it right now. Okay. But maybe later on, when the camera's not on you, you'll be curious enough to take a bite.
Maybe
We'll
later
bring
tonight.
bread and butter and milk.
Maybe.
All right, Tyler, your produce looks wonderful. You even have strawberries. I didn't know that. Do you pick all this produce yourself? Do you?
Yes, ma'am.
How many hours of hard picking labor do you have on this table?
Well, it's a full-time career, so.
Are you aware of what we are currently being challenged? Like the camera is on us right now. Are you aware?
A hot pepper.
We're to eat a hot pepper. Now he didn't clarify which hot pepper.
So like a bite or the whole thing?
I think a bite.
Bite, okay.
He says we could share a pepper. We could. Maybe we could.
Good, like
cut it
in the tram.
Yeah, I think he's including our friend Tyler here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Tyler's included. Oh, he's picking. Okay.
All right.
He's picking that one. Okay. So
All right.
so. Okay. Are you gonna try it?
So all three of us are gonna do it.
We're gonna try this pepper. All right. Let's go. Oh, I don't want the
right
seeds
now?
part. I don't want the seeds. They say the seeds make it hotter.
We don't have milk and butter.
Well, Tony did say he was gonna get us some, but he's wandering around now, so I don't know what's going on.
Tony, we need some milk and butter over here.
So what kind of pepper is this?
It's an Inferno.
Oh, I thought it was just a regular old hot pepper. All right. Okay, I'm going to take the small piece.
Oh, so I get the big piece.
Okay.
All right.
Like, does it hit me all at once, or is it going to, like...
So are we like 1, 2, 3 on 3?
Okay, I got to get in my stance. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Shoot,
It dropped! Oh,
dirt.
that was instantly hot. Whoa. I'm chewing with my mouth
I
open
feel
because it's
the
so
heat.
hot.
I really feel the heat.
Yeah. Why do people eat these? With what? Dirt? Then plant them again?
Well, I don't know. I just dropped mine, so we got dirt in mine.
Oh. Why?
I mean, that you definitely feel the heat.
It's not unbearable.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not crying.
Right.
My mouth is hot.
Yeah. I think it's okay. Now, if I ate the whole pepper,
Yeah, I would be crying. Yeah. That was a very good pepper. You do a good job planting and harvesting these.
yes, very tasty. Thank you.
He's eating another piece. Look at him go. He's like, what? It's no big deal.
I can eat the whole thing.
Thanks, Tyler.
Awesome. Tyler from Lichty's.
Look at all this bread.
Put something on it. Oh,
Yeah.
is it butter? Pretty good. Pretty good.
You know
We
what
stuff
goes
our
good
face.
with that bread? The burger from King's Restaurant.
Ooh. King's Restaurant for a win for the buttered
Buttered bread. Very tasty.
My mouth is no longer
Yeah.
as hot.
I don't feel the heat.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Good stuff.
What do you
King's.
say? Yeah, King's. What do
King's.
you say we look at some more
Okay.
produce places?
Let's do it. This one has a lot of really great stuff as well.
I'm just going to shove this in my mouth.
Okay. So they have, in addition to the produce, and they have some baked goods, and we have some, looks like dill pickles over here.
Question for
Yes.
you. Now, I still have food in my mouth.
It's okay.
Okay. Dill pickles or bread and butter?
Dill. Dill all the way.
All right.
All the way.
All right. I do not.
And I see dill over here.
Yes, that's why.
So, okay.
You know what? We are doing good. Dill pickles all the way.
Now, this is really cool because King's Restaurant took corn on the cob and roasted it tonight the corn on the cob was from JP's Farm Market. And it was delicious.
What? Look.
I saw a lot of people
He was eating some, but now he has a delicious burger from King's.
From
King's. Your produce looks wonderful. Thank you so much. Eggplant. I'm a huge fan of eggplant. Eggplant parm is like one of my favorite.
Yes,
so if
very good.
Everything we see on this table is grown at JP's farm
In Hunker.
in Hunker. So if you are needing eggplant parmesan, right here is your place to get some eggplant.
And corn on the cob. Big corn on the cob, summer. You gotta have corn on the cob.
Can I tell you a trick about corn on the cob?
Sure.
So I learned this from
Okay.
Pinterest, actually. If you don't even husk the corn, you put it in your oven on 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. Wonderful. You don't even need like butter or salt on it, and it peels like the husk comes right off.
I'm gonna do it.
You could eat that corn
Challenge.
raw. We have a piece of corn. All right. Awesome. I think we have a couple more stops to make.
Let's go check them out.
And you know what? Might have to eat the rest of this.
Okay.
You know? Cheryl's Baked Goods. Look at these. What is this?
This is a pineapple, white chocolate, almond flavored soft biscotti.
And I have heard
you
it
wanna
is
taste it?
amazing. Oh, yes. Let's
Yes, we
taste
wanna
it.
taste it.
I like to be challenged for
Free
dessert.
samples.
So I've heard that this is amazing. And I'm going to be able to tell you in a minute.
You can actually taste, right?
Yes.
Ooh, I got the pineapple in there. Oh my gosh.
That is delicious.
You have to get down here to try this dessert.
Now, soft biscotti is the way to go. When it's all hard and stuff, I make way too many crumbs. This is good.
Right. No, like, and it's not, you don't need anything hot to dip it in, of course, It's more like a cookie. It's not a scone. It's not a cookie. It's kind of like somewhere right between them.
What else do we have to offer here? I mean, it just looks delicious.
So I did some oatmeal scotchies today, and I did my awesome pepperoni rolls. These are to die for. Those always go. Like they'll be gone here by the end of the day. And I did some M&M cookies, and I did my chocolate chip cookies. Always go. So, and I had some zucchini bread, and I had some pumpkin bread today, pumpkin loaf, and that's all gone already.
And it looks like you might make lemonade.
Yes, I'm doing fresh squeezed lemonade.
So if you are craving some sweets, some pepperoni rolls, and some fresh squeezed lemonade, this is where you go.
Yeah, and
Go
I've
right
heard, I haven't had them yet, so I'm going to have to get them, but I heard the pepperoni rolls are to die for too.
It's my own homemade
Yes.
dough I make.
Ooh.
Oh.
Frozen dough. It's all homemade. It's a sweet dough that I make. The sweet dough.
Awesome.
I know what's for dinner.
Pepperoni rolls.
Biscotti.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Brian, you have so much honey. Like all these kind of flavors, all kinds of stuff from Slope Hill Honey, and you are the beekeeper, aren't you?
I am. I have been a beekeeper for over 25 years now, Jackie. Yep. It seems like a long time, doesn't it? But I'm an old man now, and it kind of, it seems like eventually those guys, beekeepers become older people that, people think are kind of, eccentric in the neighborhood. So I kind of like that, too. I kind of like that.
So question, out of those 25 years, how many times have you been stung?
I get stung every day I'm with the bees. Every day. I've had nights where I've had 150 stings.
Oh,
moving.
my.
Yeah,
Really?
we were moving bees actually off of JP's one night years and years ago. And they took a real liking to me that night too. Felt like they were going to staple me to the ground. But it all depends what time of year it is. And when you think about bees, we think about that fuzzy little, people are afraid because they're a stinging insect. But when you drive past a beehive, and you do that early in the year, let's say in April or so, that colony may have 30,000 bees in. But if you go past the hives now, when they're at their prime and they're a little older and a little more defensive, because there's other insects out. You'll notice the yellow jackets become really prevalent at this time. That same hive can have 80 to 90,000 bees in just one of those double
lot of
boxes.
bees.
So when you open it up, they greet you too. So that's something you need to be prepared for too.
Do they greet you with a handshake?
Not exactly.
I'm not up for that challenge. We're going to let the experts deal with the bees.
Could I maybe you don't want to, and that's okay. And I appreciate you're doing a great job. Maybe could I come and try to bee-ness with you?
Absolutely.
What is the term of, is it beekeeping?
It's beekeeper or apiarist.
Here.
Apiarist.
Can I be an apiarist for a day?
Absolutely. We'll work
I'll
that
come
out.
take pictures
Okay. I like
from
it.
like way away.
Way away.
away.
All right, way away. Maybe you can be the camera lady, and Rick could co-host with me.
There we go.
And we could do that.
It's the cameraman that usually has a little bit, because they typically don't have the suit on, so they're a little more worried than.
I don't know.
But we'll work that out.
So I do hear that you have a new product. It's your creamed honey.
It's creamed honey. That's absolutely. We've been doing creamed honey since last fall. And it's a product that's not real well known in this area. And as I was telling Danielle, that it's something in Europe they use more creamed honey because it's a more usable product. It's about a 3-week process to actually make creamed honey. You use a starter, there's a mixing period of time over a week, and then a controlled temperature for several weeks, and you come out with a product that's almost like sticky peanut butter. And what's nice about it is that when I take a bottle of honey and I put it on my toast and I take a bite of it, I love it, but it ends up here and here and here, and that cream, but that creamed honey stays on your toast, or it stays on your bread, it stays on your muffin or your cornbread or whatever. So, and we do flavored. It's not really flavored. It's actually cinnamon and maple, both natural products. Too. Incredibly popular. Really.
Very good. You have all kinds of stuff here to offer. If I wanted to buy something, you would have it.
I sure do.
Have it.
And my mind's always going. So I've got always keep stopping by because I have a lot of new ideas that I'm going to start to roll out for next year too. So we have the Infused, and my thought behind that is, I grew up where my mom would buy a bear of honey and she would put it in the refrigerator and it would crystallize really quickly because it was at a cooler temperature, and then she would take it out after several months or a year or whatever, and she would throw it away because she thought, and understand that honey never ever I did say ever, right? Ever goes bad. It never goes bad. The old story that beekeepers like to tell is when they opened Tutankhamun's crypt, that there were clay vessels of honey there that was black and not the best looking stuff, but realistically it was still edible. So honey is it's the survivalist food. If you want to put something, if you're a survivalist, and you're worried about, having a sweetener, if there's ever a sugar shortage, you can always put honey. Now, good honey, and I'm going to give you a little warning, good honey always crystallizes, and you've seen that. And there's we have cards so we make sure that people are aware that the good honey does crystallize, that you put it in a warm pan of water, it reliquefies. You can do that over and over and over again to get that liquid honey back out if that's what but some people like the crystallized. They love that grittiness, when it's there too, and it's the same stuff.
My mouth's watering right now. You talking about all this honey.
But, what I've also realized in talking back with the Infused is that people like something different. Everybody's always looking for something different. So we're doing orange, or we're doing raspberry, and we're doing cinnamon and chili pepper and things like rosemary we do when the festivals are out there. And they become, people are looking for those all the time because you add a little bit of orange in an orange pico tea, or you add a little bit of cinnamon in a chai tea, and it just takes that flavor to a whole different level too. Obviously what we're most proud of is, our standard raw, good, local honey. We sell it in both 2 pound, 1 pound, and the bears, we sell the sticks. The Infused, we do things like the little bears for gifts or for baby showers. We can do pink and blue caps on them and special labels on those too. We do honey skep jars for wedding favors too. We just did a wedding here not long ago with that. But the bees, over the period of time that I've kept bees, and it's something I really do want to touch on, is people do have a concern. 50 years ago, that farmer could put bees in the back field. That hive was fine. The only thing we had to worry about back then was American foul brood, and if you could keep that out of your hives would produce hundreds of pounds of honey. And then in 1988, the first mite came, and that was the trachea mite that really would devastate our hives. And then Varroa destructor, the Varroa mite came, and bees have never ever been the same since then. And now we have new pesticides, we have new herbicides, and you can't blame farmers. They need to survive and do what they need to actually have premium crops also. So beekeepers, we've learned that we lose 30% or 40% or even more of our hives over every winter, and then we make splits actually from what the survivors are. So in a way, we're our own worst enemy, because if the cattle industry, the beef industry, or the chicken industry would lose 50% of their animals every year, there would be a national uproar, because of that. And beekeepers have survived, over the course of the last 25 to 30 years, even though we've had the problems that we've had too. But I'm happy that the public has responded to question me. And I love to talk, but I love when people come and they want to talk bees because, I belong to 5 different associations between Ohio and New York and Pennsylvania and just love. I teach science for a living too, so I just love to talk about the bees, and I love telling people, where we're at, and that hopefully things are going to get better with the bees too.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for sharing all that information. Your products look lovely. I can tell you this. My daughter had a little bear right there, and she would take little shots of it. She had it in her room. I didn't even know she had it in her room. She had it in her room, and she kept drinking it until it was gone. And she's like, Mom, that was the best honey I ever had. Now, this is an 8-year-old talking about honey, so it was some really good honey.
People that come up our driveway and get, 4 or 5 2-pounders, and I'll watch them backing out of the driveway, and they're opening up and doing this. So we're super proud of what we're able to offer, so, and we're super happy with the response that we've had from the community. So.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
All right, we are here with Rick from King's Food Truck, King's Family Restaurant from Hempfield. Tell me about your awesome food truck.
We have a food truck that can go out to any event that you want. We'll make anything you like off our menu, on our menu. Come out, call us up, we'll do it. Give us a week notice and we'll be there.
What? That's awesome. What kind of food do you have to offer?
We can do from hamburgers to omelets to steaks. So you just let us know.
Steaks from a food truck?
Yes. Philly cheesesteaks too. They're a big hit.
What? So if I want to contact you, how do I get a hold of you?
Give Hempfield Kings a number, 724-523-5371.
And ask for Rick?
Yes.
Ask for Rick, and he is the food truck master.
Yes, I am.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. Your food looks amazing.
Thank you.
Daynelle, thank you so much for allowing us to come.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming to interview all of our vendors. And just a reminder, we are here every Tuesday from 5 to 8 p.m. in the parking lot next to the gazebo. And then Wednesdays from 10 to 2 p.m. at the Church of God in Mount Pleasant.
So we are standing here real quick as a wrap-up. Tell me about this app.
Sure. So the app is something that you can download on your phone. This is a great tool for anyone that lives inside of Mount Pleasant and outside of Mount Pleasant to see all the businesses, the daily deals. We have businesses of the week that we're featuring. So it's a really great informational tool to let you know what's happening, all the different events, and everything that's going on in Mount Pleasant.
Nice. Thank you so much for allowing us to come. I'm Jackie Shopes, and this is Challenge Accepted.